Again, this is linked with creative kind of education, but you might want to get them to do graffiti walls. Again, this can serve all students, not just those that are maybe SEND and don't like putting pen to paper. But again, thinking about the dangers, kind of dangerous society, so online and offline. Again, before the unit, what makes it, and again, this could be a word dump. You know, we don't have to get bogged down with it has to be in full sentences. It has to be, you know, yes, we obviously want to make sure that when, you know, as an English teacher, we want things to be grammatically correct and spelling's there, but it's about the quality of their learning. What do they know now? What do we want them to know? Why is that important? And how can that be evidence at the end? So graffiti walls can be available. And again, I will make sure, guys, that for those that want me to email directly, you will have copies of these resources so you can edit them yourself as well. That's not a problem. Next slide, please, Chloe. In school, we use, and this is born on the fact that one of the AQA English questions asks students to respond to a statement and get them to think about how far they agree with it. So I've tried to use that kind of cross-curricular ideas. So we have a statement here. It's not what you look like that matters. It's what kind of person you are and how you feel about yourself. How far do you agree with this statement? And again, students can talk through in terms of their strong disagreement or they strongly agree and the reason why. For our previous offset before November 2021, one of the things that we knew we had to focus on was developing the oracy of our young people. So what we created were discussion mats that students have in classrooms, but that are also in the booklets. And I'll talk about the booklets in a few moments. And what we will be really clear of is that the evidence of their kind of progress would be shown through discussions, but we would expect them to use these sentence stems, whether that was expressing an opinion in the first instance or building on the views of others. That was really important that we used oracy as a way to evidence progress with an assessment within PSHE. We can skip this one, Chloe, that one's fine. You might also have to get the students to think about scenarios that they're in. So this one was about kind of tolerance and understanding of other people. So we gave this is 5 scenarios, and we get students to pick a scenario and give advice to that person on what they should do and how do you think the way they are treated makes them feel. So we're getting them with their discussions to think about the attributes like empathy as well, and you know, all the things that we want students to be mindful of in terms of their own personal development. Next slide, please, Chloe. I will make sure that you get, obviously you'll have this in the slides, but again in a separate PowerPoint format for those that want it. Again, thinking about this hierarchy of questions, getting students to start at the basic end of their kind of baseline assessments, sentences that show simple levels of understanding and what can they remember, all the way to creating questions and creating ideas about the topics they've looked at.